Hi, it's Paul Mosenson. Today I'm going to give you a tour of my Google Reader because I do some unique things with it, and hopefully I can teach someone some tricks. Not everything, but just ones that I use. So here we go. So right now, this is my home page, and I use it as basically my morning learning session after I read my iPad. And all my feeds are basically organized by folders or tags. And so right now I have B2B marketing. And I'll give you a little tour here. Take a little skim. I have a folder called Conversion Optimization. I have a folder called General Marketing. Again, these are all my favorite blogs and information and feeds that I like to read. These are Google alerts coming into my feeder. Here's paid search and digital marketing. Here's Q&A, where I get feeds from my LinkedIn answers, so I can scan, and Quora as well, so I can scan the questions and supply some answers. Here's a folder called Sales. I have SEO and analytics together. Social media. Technology. Twitter feeds by hashtag and keyword. And some various topics, including my LinkedIn network updates, all from my reader. Alright, so let's go over some of this, and how do we make folders, and how do we do this, and how do we do that. So basically, if you read a blog post and you want to subscribe to the feed, add it to your reader, that's fine, press subscribe. When you do that, add it right in, and then when you get down here to one of the feeds, you can assign it a tag, which is here are my categories, and I can just select one or more of which categories I would like that blog post to be in. Or you can create a new folder. Pretty easy so far, right? So this is all B2B marketing right here. One thing is interesting here is I have a Google News alert that's coming into my feeder, which I put in this folder, and that's a category called Marketing Automation from Google News, so I can keep track of press releases and news and blogs. How do I do that? Well, right here, if you do a Google News on your search engine, Google search engine, and type in a word, here's lead generation, and you get the latest news from that category. You can page all the way down here and add it to your feeder, that keyword search on Google News. That's how that's done. You saw on my blog some keyword blogs coming into my feeder, and that is coming from Google Alerts. So if you go into Google Alerts, you can obviously track keywords, news, go to your email, but also items can go to your feeder. So here are some keywords that I'm looking at. Everything is in quotation marks, so I keep it, with those phrases. As it happens, everything is delivered to my Google Reader by adding those keywords. Okay, how did I get LinkedIn in there? Well, right here, let's just go back home first. Your LinkedIn home. And under all updates, there's a more button here. Click on more. Let's page down a little bit. RSS feed. And here you can, again, track your network updates on your favorite reader, or LinkedIn Answers, where you get to pick the category you want, and it'll be assigned to your reader, and that's exactly what I just did. Okay, how did we get Twitter, those Twitter feeds, into our reader? Well, it's a little complicated, but here they are. They're all down here. I found through another blog post, of course, some information about how to do it. This is actually from my blog, a social media category, but you can find it on the internet. There's 3 categories of adding subscriptions from Twitter to your Google Reader. You know, hashtag search, a user mention search, and a keyword search. So you can go through all this, do a search for it on Google, and you'll get some instructions of how to do it. But see, you can track the hashtags and the keywords and users by using this code, and then copying and pasting it into the subscription box onto in the Google Reader up here. Okay, so we've added Twitter now. So we've organized that. Now let's go through some of the sharing options here. So let's say you find an article that you like. Well, let's go to Mashable. Everybody likes that one, right? Okay, so here's something on Google+. Sounds interesting. Take a look at it, open it up. Now this is interesting. Now when you get to the bottom of the post that you read, we have all these different sharing options up here where you can, easily plus it. You can share it right here. For the integration, you can share it right here on Google Plus if you have a Google Plus integration. So here's an interesting article. I'll just put new from Google Plus for now. Press share. Of course, I can email the articles, we know that. I can also send it to a number of different places that I get to select. I can share it with LinkedIn. I can share it on Facebook. I can retweet it. I can make a PDF out of the article if I wanted to print it out. Or I can put it in my Buffer app. Now really quickly here, just look up Buffer app on Google and you get to Buffer app actually is a pretty cool tool which lets you schedule tweets throughout the day. So you don't have to go crazy doing it all at one time. You can put it in different times. Just look up Buffer app. It's a pretty cool tool to schedule tweets throughout the day and the week. So here's an example of an article that I'm going to add to my Buffer, even though I just saw it now. Add it to Buffer. We won't get into that fully right now, but let's go back to the reader for a second and figure out how do we add all those things. Well, under the wrench on the right side, there's a reader settings. And here are all the subscriptions. Or here's all my, in alphabetical order, all the feeds that I get. And I can rename them, trash them, or move them to new folders. Again, here are my categories. Send to. So you can select which places that you want to share those articles to. If you don't see your favorite, like LinkedIn and Buffer app and PDF, you can add them down here with it gives you some information about the coding that you need to put in for LinkedIn, Buffer app, Google Plus, and the PDF. So I'm not going to go too crazy with it right now when you create a custom link, but you need to just go right to Google and do a search for adding LinkedIn to Google Reader, adding Buffer app to Google Reader, all these kinds of things, and it'll give you all the codes of how to do it. Just got to read a little bit. Okay, let's go back to Google Reader. So I think that about covers all the options here of how to manage a Google Reader properly, or how you want to do it anyway. Again, I like all the folders and being able to have everything all at one shot, so I can respond to blogs, comment, and share all this great content. Thanks for watching. I'm Paul Mosenson. You can email me, pmosenson@newsparkmarketing.com, call me, 610-604-0639. Find me on Twitter at NewSparkMarketing, NUSparkMKTG. LinkedIn, search for my name and follow NewSpark Marketing. Google Plus, do a search for my name. And YouTube, search for NewSpark Marketing and subscribe to the channel. So thanks so much, and I look forward to helping. I'm Paul Mosenson.